This video, The Anatomy of Democide, explores how absolute power, psychological manipulation, and systemic cruelty engineered history's deadliest regimes. Over 170 million people were killed by their own governments in the 20th century. Democide reveals that a citizen is far more likely to be exterminated by their totalitarian government than by a foreign enemy. Tyranny is rooted in preconditions like social isolation, a lack of meaning, and free-floating anxiety. Tyrants hijack populations by providing a hyper-focused target for society's unanchored anxieties. A hijacked society has three factions. 30% are true believers, 40 to 60% are the compliant who remain quiet to survive, and 10 to 30% are the dissidents who refuse the narrative. Totalitarianism relies on the silence of the majority. Atrocity propaganda establishes a baseline lie, invents crimes, and dehumanizes the enemy to remove psychological barriers to killing. This makes mass murder palatable to the public. Vlad the Impaler, a 15th century ruler of Wallachia, used theatrical brutality as a military deterrent. He weaponized cruelty by displaying forests of impaled victims to paralyze invading armies. King Leopold II, the corporate tyrant, was motivated by unfettered profit. His red rubber system in the Congo enforced slave labor with systemic mutilation, resulting in an estimated death toll of 10 million. Adolf Hitler, the industrial exterminator, was driven by ideological purity and scapegoating. The Holocaust translated virulent bigotry into a cold, bureaucratic, state-sponsored extermination machine. Joseph Stalin, the architect of the Purge, motivated by absolute paranoia, orchestrated the Great Terror and the Gulag system, eliminating opposition and resulting in up to 40 million estimated deaths. Mao Zedong, the famine criminal, pursued radical agrarian progress through disastrous collectivization. Starvation was utilized as the ultimate weapon of control, resulting in over 25 million deaths. Pol Pot, the ideological purist, sought a complete reset through the Khmer Rouge. Their goal was a perfectly egalitarian society, exterminating the intellectual class. This caused 1.5 to 2 million deaths in 4 years. The mechanics of Year Zero involved evacuating cities, abolishing institutions like money and religion, enforcing labor, and purging the impure through systematic execution in the killing fields. The diagnostic matrix of tyranny shows leaders like Leopold II, Hitler, Stalin, Mao Zedong, and Pol Pot, detailing their primary motives, weapons of choice, and estimated death tolls. Tyrants appear as saviors to their followers, offering unity amidst chaos. Atrocity often hides behind the veneer of law, as foreign journalists once reported Stalin's show trials as legitimate judicial proceedings. The antidote to totalitarianism is resistance. The only defense is the 10 to 30% of dissidents who refuse the baseline lie. Authentic leadership elevates others. Break the mass formation. Speak out.